Yeah.
What's good, y'all? It's Kyng Laine, and we're here with FLI TALK Live. What's up?
Yeah.
Ayo, J Stacks. Hit him with the 808s.
Y'all know what it is. Everybody's favorite talk show, Fly Talk Live. And I'm your host, Jay Stats. Of course, we got to bring you one of the top guests that we could possibly find. And this one right here really needs no introduction. It's the homie. Go ahead, tell him your name real quick.
What's up, man? It's Kyng Laine out of Saginaw, Michigan. Repping Misfit Mafia. We in this bitch.
Misfit Mafia, Kyng Laine, Saginaw, Michigan. Welcome to the show, bro.
I appreciate you having me, dog.
Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and jump right into it for the audience out there, man. Give a breakdown of who Kyng Laine is.
I mean, Kyng Laine is pretty much, it's just that guy that just wants to go out, connect with the fans, have fun. It's about, he's that guy that just wants to bring life to the party instead of being the Debbie Downer, and turning up. That's what we love to do. We like to turn the fuck up.
Man, my type of guy to do parties with, man. You gotta have fun and turn the fuck up, man, for sure. So go into the origin a bit. I like to dive into people's names because the creativity behind it.
So name wise, all my kids all have names that start with L. My original name, my government name is Jameson. So I was like, well, shit, that don't start with L. I got to give me an L name. So I was going through, and I was just kind of like, I'm in my own lane with music. I can do everything. I can do sad music. I can do happy. I can do, drill music. I can do trap. It doesn't matter what it is. If you gave me a mic, I could do a country song.
Okay.
So it's just I'm in my lane. So that's where that came from. And then the King in front of it, that actually came from a little altercation that wasn't supposed to be an altercation. So I just kept the name
Mm,
and just ran with it. It stuck.
okay. So was someone without probably diving too
So
deep into it, but
so all right. So originally it's goofy because I went to Facebook, right? I went to just put Kyng Laine, King.
yeah.
Facebook was like, that ain't your name. You can't use Kyng Laine. So I was like, well, let me put a Y. So it let me put Kyng as King.
Yeah.
Somebody else on Facebook had that name with King, yada yada. We
Yeah.
ain't gonna name drop.
Yeah.
King yada yada, and made a big deal out of it. He was like, yo, you're gonna have to change your name, yeah, this, that, or it's on site. I said, hey, I guess it's on site. It wasn't on site. We're still here. I still got King in front of the name, and we rocking that bitch all the way.
Hey, you the Kyng Laine I know.
Yep.
So at the end of the day,
That's all that matters.
forget about it.
Forget about it.
All right. So how does a day for you start? What's a day in the life of Kyng Laine like without the music?
Without the music, I mean, like, well, I work at a place called Michigan Community Services. I actually take care of disabled adults.
Oh, good deal.
So
Good
that's what
deal.
I pretty much spend most of my time doing. I got 4 kids, so I'm always doing dad stuff, and that's really what it is. I wake up, feed the baby, hang out with the baby, whatever, till work. See my girl,
Yeah.
go to work, come home, try to write some music or something, watch some TV, play some 2K, whatever the night may bring.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
But yeah,
typical,
it's just a typical just dad life
Yeah.
slash musician slash great employee. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta throw
we
that in
gotta
there
find
too.
somewhere to fund all this music.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
And that's like key. I feel like a lot of people nowadays too, with how expensive this shit's getting to,
yeah,
you gotta have a way to fund this and take care of your personal life.
yep,
Because imagine if you didn't have kids, you probably have more money to put towards doing this and that.
yeah,
But it's like now, having a family, you have to make sacrifices and
Yep.
cuts to where it's like, okay, I gotta do this, but now I gotta be on daddy duty too.
Yep. That's like I said before I came here. I went out, took the kids fishing today, had a little family time. Came
Man,
here, go back, see the kids for a little bit longer. Got a show tonight in Harrison, so
hell yeah.
we just got to vibe. You just got to fit in where you get in, you know?
Hell yeah. And that's what we love to have, bro. We like to have positive people come on the show, man. And real people, real life people that can express themselves and, give another side of you that maybe you don't show when you're doing business. Cause I know, like you say, you're a busy man.
Yep.
You're an artist, you promote, you run shows. So maybe people don't get a chance to engage with you like they want to.
Right.
So going back watching this, now you have a better understanding of the man who is
Yeah.
Kyng
Because
Laine.
I know a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people when they meet me, they're like, man, I thought you were an asshole. Like I thought you were just a straight up dick, man. And I'm like, I apologize. It's not me, but when I'm in the zone at shows, like I'm in the zone, I'm running sound, I'm running the door, I'm DJing, I'm making sure that all the artists are taken care of. I'm performing myself most shows. So like
Yeah.
there's a lot that goes into it, and it's hard sometimes to balance, just getting to stop and be like, oh hey, I appreciate y'all, and
Yeah, trying to network
to really
for
talk
real.
to them. So people really think I guess I maybe come off as an asshole sometimes, but I'm really a pretty laid back person, easy to get
Yeah.
along with. So
Well, yeah, and that's tough to do because I've done the same exact things for being an artist to going to someone's show, DJing,
yeah,
promoting it, trying to greet people, hell, even trying to do security.
yeah,
So I done a little bit of everything, and it's like when people be like, "Hey, you didn't have to chop it up or get your socials network." Hey, I'm sorry, I'm running 101 things. You got my information. Please catch
right.
me outside the show or hit me up on social
Yeah,
media.
because once you're in that zone, man, and you're going, and you got this
You
to
can't
do,
stop.
you can't stop. It's hard, and if you do get the chance to stop, usually you're taking a drink or something.
Yes,
Taking a piss.
briefly,
It's
just to
just a
kind
quick
of
little. Okay, now we're back to it. So yep.
back to action, basically. Okay, so with leading into where you want your career to go, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I'm hoping, to have my own building for like Misfit Music Group. The plan is to have like a one-stop shop. You can come record, you can come get a videographer to come shoot a video for you. You can have someone mix your stuff. You can have someone making you beats. We want to just have something that is a brand for the artist to push. Not necessarily a rap group,
Yeah.
but a family, a business, a company. Because when you move as one, you can get a lot more accomplished than just trying to do everything yourself.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So I'd really like to see everything that I've been working on now and putting together with all my homeboys. I'd like to see that turn into something legitimate uh, and just something bigger than we ever thought it would be.
Okay. So your journey with this too, I'm gonna get into this real quick. What started you getting into music?
Well, when I was really little, my aunt's husband used to play guitar in a band, and they used to practice in my basement. So I
Okay.
started out watching them almost every night before I would go to bed for school. I'm just watching them. On finally, I got a guitar, so I started playing guitar, started singing, and then I was like, "Yo, I want to be in a band." So I was like, "Well, I don't have no experience, so maybe I just tell somebody I got a little experience,
Yeah.
and they'll give me a shot." And
Right.
really, that's what happened. I linked up with some people who were in a band. I was like, look, I can do this. That was all based on what I had done by myself at home. But I was confident in myself that I could pick it up fairly quickly. So next thing you know, 8 years later, I had opened for different national headlining bands. We traveled, did cool stuff, and then I just kind of wanted to go my own way. I got kind of irritated with waiting on if a drummer wants to come to practice or if a guitar player wants to come to practice or if we can make it to this show. I was more interested in just doing instead of always talking about it. So I switched up and started working, and then my very first show in hip hop was opening for Waka Flocka at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
I went from
That changed
metal
your life.
music, lead vocalist in metal music, to hip hop it was damn near overnight, and it was a pretty easy transition. You know, the band makes the vibe.
Yeah.
Hip hop, a lot of times the crowd makes the vibe. I know that
Yeah.
because as an artist myself, I feel like when there's a venue full packed, I'm on point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going hard. Like they've set that vibe. Like they've let me know they're here to party, they're here to turn up. But I know on the other hand, sometimes when you go to an event and it's not as lit, you're not as lit as an artist because you're matching the vibe in the room.
Yeah.
So I mean, not saying you can't turn up as an artist, you can turn a room up, but
Yeah.
but a lot of
it's
times it is determined on the crowd. You know, if
crowd.
the crowd is feeling ragey, y'all are gonna rage. If they're feeling like sitting around, they're gonna sit around.
I've been to like hip hop shows, and everybody is just standing around unless they know you or they just really want to support, like I do when I go to shows, like how I met you.
Right.
You know, I walk around networking, I'm talking to people
Yep.
because I generally want to engage and get a chance to know people. So you have people like that, and then you also have people who they're just there. They're just
Yeah.
standing there.
They're just seat fillers.
Yeah, and you got to sit there and scream, talk, hey, put your hands up, make some noise. And it's just like some people are doing it, and then other people are just like still standing there.
Yep.
There's, you know, as an artist, you know, me, I ain't gonna lie, I took that shit kind of personal for a minute because I'm just like, why are y'all even here if y'all not here to have fun and turn up?
Yeah.
So, what's your take on that? When you're performing and if the crowd is just, you know, in a whole different zone, is that more on the artist or the promoter?
I feel like sometimes, honestly, I don't think it's an artist or a promoter's fault. I feel like the environment that a lot of us are living in nowadays is not really the most uplifting. So I think that kind of trickles into everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, whether it's going out or this or that, you know. And a lot of places have just been on different shit lately, you know, like Saginaw's had a bunch of shootings. People kind of get a little nervous to go out, which, you know, it happens everywhere. I know there's some that happen in Flint, there's some that happen in Detroit, you know, it's a thing. But people let outside circumstances dictate what they do. I don't think people really take the time to think about, you know, who am I? What do I want to do? What's going to make me happy? You know, is my friend turning up? No, my friend's not turning up, so I'm not going to turn up.
Yeah.
But they don't realize, you know, I always tell the artists this. I'm like, look, when you bring people in here, even if you got 5 people, if those 5 people are turning up, it's contagious.
Yeah.
Other people are going to be like, oh, it's okay to turn up for this dude. Everybody else is turning up for him. Let me show him some love.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think everybody just needs to start coming together. You know, everything's a competition. And I think a lot of people that come, they're like, you know, this is my fans. Once my fans are here and I'm done, me and my fans are leaving.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't really do much for you. It doesn't do much for the promoter. It doesn't do much for the other artists on the show. So I don't know. I don't know why people do it. I don't know. I like to book people that I know, people that I've worked with. And I think that's why my shows set off the way they do, because we're all a big family. You know, we got artists that are working their own thing, doing this, doing that, but we come under that Misfit brand and
everything
up.
It's more it's more controlled.
Yes.
You know,
instead of having a bunch of strangers come out to perform where you don't know all of the outcomes that could happen. You know, when you work with people for years or months, or you've seen this person, just watching them work, you start to kind of develop an idea of how the show is going to go, how the artist is going to perform, who they're going to bring, and what the vibe's going to be like. You know, if you're bringing out a bunch of street artists, you best believe that the streets are gonna come. You know, so you just got to be mindful of what you're doing, how you do it. If you're gonna book people that you know it can be a dangerous act, you get security. You know, you buckle down. You just doing stuff legit is the way to go. And I think a lot of people rush things. At our parties is just have a good time. Like when I set up Asses and Lashes Part 1, I was like, yeah, I said that's good. It's gonna be nice. You know, we brought out all female artists. It was such a good turnout that on July 7th, we're doing part 2.
So,
July 7th. Hamilton Street Pub, Saginaw, Michigan. July 7th, 10 p.m. We're opening up. We got all the baddest ladies up in the Saginaw area on the show. So we go turn it up again, man.
July 7th.
Yep, that's part 2.
So what are 3 most influential people in your life?
I would have to say, uh, all of them have different reasons why they were influential to me. My dad was influential in the fact that he wasn't really there. He had alcohol problems.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up passing away about 7 years ago.
Mm.
But he taught me what not to do really, as a man, as a dad.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, like he always let me know that like I was loved. So now I try to push that onto my kids.
Yeah.
So he's one person. Um, I would have to say, I love my grandma. My
Hell
grandma, I
yeah.
love my grandma, man.
Shout
Grandma
out to
Penny, that's my
grandma.
grandma. But no, she always, done whatever for me, taking care of me. Uh, let me get away with shit I probably shouldn't have been doing. But hey,
Yeah.
that's that. If we're going for music wise, um, I really look up to Kasky. I don't know if you've ever heard of.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he from here,
He's
isn't he?
from Orlando,
Orlando. Okay.
but he was signed with Young Money for a while,
Mm-hmm.
um, and he was kind of the first artist besides Eminem that I seen and Yellow Wolf that I seen kind of just that looked like me, had my style, had the type of um, music I was going for. When I looked in, like, man, what do I want to sound like? What do I want to inspire people by? Like,
Yeah.
he was someone that I looked at, because he went through a lot of the same shit. Like his dad, passed, all this other stuff. So
The right
it kind of helped.
representation.
It kind of helped link me in with him. And other artists
Yeah.
that was like that is NF. I can listen to any NF song, and I
Yeah.
feel like I wrote it, or like
Yeah.
he's talking right to me. So those are just a few people that I think were pretty influential on me. My dad, my grandma, and then just a couple artists.
What's an important lesson that you want to leave to the next generation of artists or anybody watching right now?
Really, it's just stay true to you, man. There's been a lot of times where I just made this or did that just to try to fit in with the group I was running with, or the artists or the managers that said do this or do that. And I did, and a lot of times I just didn't feel comfortable with it, didn't feel good about myself with it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, just be you, man. If people don't appreciate it, that's fine. If they don't like you, that's fine. If they love you, that's great. Um, but just try to connect, try to be the inspiration that you would have liked to have, growing up or now. That's what I look at, is I just try to be someone that people can hit up and be like, yo, man, Lane, I'm going through some shit. And I can, yo, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Maybe we can figure that out. Um, and artists, if you want to hit me up and be like, hey, bro, how did you do this? How did you do that? I can give you steps by step what I've done. I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to keep anybody from being more successful than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like my team, I think a lot of people on my team are more talented than me, got a lot more drive than me, a lot more ambition. And that's what I like to surround myself with. And I think everybody should surround themselves with people who are not just going to yes man them to death, but
Yeah.
will actually give them the constructive criticism they need to be a better artist and a better person in general, because that's the goal, is to die the best you.
Pleasure having you out here, man.
I appreciate you, dog.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and tell her where they can find you at too, man.
You can find me anywhere at Kyng Laine, KYNGLAINE. That's Facebook, Instagram. If you don't find me that way, just put a 989 after it. You'll find it. All social medias, all music platforms are going to be Kyng Laine. On Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, anything you can look up music, I'm there. So
Got you. Link will be in description for sure.
July 7th, we've got the Asses and Lashes, and then the next big show is the Misfit Music Fest, which is in August 12th. We are booking artists for that, vendors for that, media personnel can come out, record, do whatever. Just hit me up at misfitmusicgroupofficial@gmail.com if you're interested in performing or vending or anything like that, and we could set up.
Solid, solid. All right, man. Hey, this been another edition of Fly Talk Live. I'm your host, Jay Stats. That's Kyng Laine. Yeah, y'all remember, we stay fly. Let's go.